Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I don't know what time it is where you are, but right now it's time for more insight. This is about the Memphis Tigers edition. Make sure you lock in with me. Make sure you like. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you leave some comments. We want to grow the Memphis Tiger community as well as build more insight. So help me out with that. Memphis Tigers fans, the transfer portal is open and Coach Huff is making his mark. I've been in Memphis for 7 years now. And one of the things that I know about Memphis is when you play a certain song, everybody goes crazy. And that's Yo Gotti, Back to the Basics. That's the theme that I'm seeing with the Memphis Tigers. It's back to the basics. It's not about a beat. It's about a blueprint for what Memphis football is right now and what the standard will be going forward. There's no gimmicks. It's not about flash. It's about fundamentals. And of course, because we're in Memphis, Tennessee, it's about that grit. It's about that grind. And it's about earning your way, getting it through the mud, as the kids say. And the way you do that, sometimes you have to bring in a new staff. Sometimes it's about making moves in that portal. But trust me, Coach Huff is trying to flip everything the right way. I promise you that. As you know, Charles Huff is the new head coach. He came in with a plan to reset expectations and reset the culture. We already know what his theme is. Close the gap. That's going to be on discipline, fundamentals, and execution. It's back to the basics football. He's hiring the staff that he trusts. He's building a foundation, and he is attacking the portal very intentionally, very intelligently. He's not chasing stars. He's trying to build a team. Now, over the last 24 hours, a major addition to the staff has been created. That comes in the form of Rodney Salisbury, who was the Whitehaven High School football coach. He is now moving on to the University of Memphis, where he will be the director of high school relations and player development. And what this lets me know is that Memphis football is serious about keeping the local talent here in Tennessee and not just letting it walk out to other places. That's not just a random thing that you do. That's being strategic. Because of course, what is the goal? Develop the talent that's right here at home. You're keeping guys from Memphis high schools and the Mid-South and showing them why staying here in Memphis will matter. Because a lot of times you see local stars bounce for the bigger programs. They go to your Georgias. They're going to your Colorados. They're going to your Clemsons, your Florida States, your Florida. They're going everywhere else outside. They're going everywhere else but inside of Tennessee, and that's an issue. You want to build a pipeline that is full of your city, your team, your fans. That creates bigger excitement in the city of Memphis. Now let's get to it. As of this recording, I believe it's 15 players that's been added to the Memphis team since the portal has opened. And that's just early action, y'all. We still have until January 16th. One of a few players that stuck out to me, Denzel Gardner, quarterback, Mike Montgomery, linebacker, Amir Leonard, Gene Charles, defensive lineman, Zach Ruffin, linebacker. I'm also seeing Jalen Carter, a running back. I'm seeing Dylan King, safety, Darius Malcolm Jr. Shouts out to the A. He's joining the team. You got KJ Miles, Anthony Richard, that could be Rashard. Pardon me if I'm wrong. Braylon Burnside. There's a lot of players that Memphis is adding. Now, some of these players are from Southern Miss, and that's not an issue. Charles Huff established a program in 1 year at Southern Mississippi. So to bring some of those players who can identify, who know coach, who know how he runs his program, to bring them into the Memphis program. Now they're established leaders. They can now deliver the message that Coach Huff is saying, but it also creates familiarity for Coach Huff because these players have been in his system. They know exactly what to do. They know what their expectations are. One thing about the portal, it's often said that the portal giveth and the portal taketh away. And that's okay. It's the nature of the business now in college football. So we did see that AJ Hill, he transferred to Arkansas. You see Sutton Smith has transferred to Arkansas. Hawkins, the wide receiver, has transferred over to Arkansas. And that's okay. It is what it is. It's the new day in college football. You would love to see these players stay because I know a lot of us get attached to these players once we see them on their social media, once we follow them during the season. Just like anything, you grow an attachment to them. But that doesn't take away from being able to follow them and be fans of them outside of Memphis football. You just want the best for them. And while some of these exits may hurt short term, they open up roles for new people to come in, new pieces, and create opportunities to flourish. One of the players I'm most intrigued by is Denzel Gardner, the quarterback, because a lot of people are going to miss out on this. He may not be the flashy name right now on every highlight reel, but this is the type of player that you can build a foundation on. He's 6 feet tall, cannon arm, 3-star quarterback out of the Maryland area. There's a lot of areas where he can develop, but there's also a lot of areas that he's ahead of the game right now. And I believe that in this system with Coach Huff, he will be able to flourish. Coach Huff has brought in a staff that's not about getting clicks. It's about getting those wins. It's emphasizing fundamentals, discipline, execution, and physical play, because there is no scheme worth anything if your roster can't execute it. That's why these portal pickups matter, y'all. They're building practical building blocks towards a real identity. When you think of Memphis football, you want to think about a Memphis defense that pursues the ball. You want to think about an offense that blocks with purpose, but can still score touchdowns. You want to think about a special teams that doesn't give up free points. That's basics, y'all. It's not the sexiest thing you're going to see. It's not marketable, but it's effective as hell. And that's what you're looking for in this next season for Memphis football. You're looking for efficiency. You're looking for things to be effective. In the American Conference, Memphis is trending up because they're being strategic in the portal. We have clarity in our coaching. I'm really high on Charles Huff as the coach of Memphis football. I saw the turnaround that he did at Marshall. I see the turnaround that he did in Southern Miss in 1 year. But I also look at Wolf of Wall Street always said, don't judge me by my wins, judge me by my losses because I have so few. And because he hasn't had a lot of losses, he's had a lot of wins. And some of those wins, again, anytime you can have Nick Saban on your resume as a reference, you have some type of credibility. And Coach Huff, he does have that. Another thing that I'm excited about, he's building a pipeline to keep talent in Memphis and in Tennessee. So yeah, Memphis is the city, but we're also trying to we're going to make our way over to Nashville. Yeah, we might even go to Knoxville, take some of y'all people. And one of the other things is building a local identity. The city doesn't have a professional football team. The professional football team that we did have, they weren't even in the city until the day before the game. And that was the UFL, whoever they were. But the Memphis Tigers, a lot of alum here, the city, the fans, the culture, this is what matters now.